Okay, 9th of April, trade review. This is the live trade execution. And you guys are going to see me miss a trade right here, but all outlined perfectly. Just did not get my fill of order. Market structure shift, bullish market structure shift. So that confirms that we are in a buy program right now. Immediate rebalance. Yeah, just me typing out my internal dialogue. Like, okay, all these lines right here is essentially the dealing range I'm using to frame this trade. And I did not really trade because really we are below the low risk entry, so entering here is too premium for me to go long. So anticipating an immediate rebalance and did not pan out, and just looking at the BC if it wants to get trade to, does not get trade to, so that was going to be a measuring gap, and you can trust that the blue line is going to be hit. Okay, nice rejection of the 7th of April first presented failure gap. Right there, that weak C not even reach. Okay, look for expansion, and boom, there we go, expansion. Okay, right now you guys are gonna look at me lose a trade. I'm looking for that smooth red line. Okay, I'm just trusting that rejection from that OBC and the buy side liquidity. I'm just trusting that it is going to sell off right now. And you can see me pull the feed because I'm measuring where is the equilibrium. I want to take my first profit. Okay, I'll just take profit at the equilibrium. As soon as it displays lower, I just reduce my risk. You guys can see I got stop out. Yeah, just like that. Yep, crazy market, crazy market. Okay, so for 9th of April trade, okay, it was a losing trade, and I did not did anything outside of my rules. Okay, I followed my rules. I was really happy when I see displacement of a level that I wanted it to displace from. I quickly reduced the risk because if all is right, it did not need to trade back into that certain level. So I did accordingly, and I still got stopped out in the end. And so I want to talk a bit about the current market situation right now. The current market condition, because Donald Trump been very inconsistent with the tariffs, so it was a very volatile market. Okay, I was so glad that I used a stop loss, and I was so glad that I reduced the risk once it showed me a certain measure of movement when it retested inversion failure gap. So yeah, it was just a losing trade, and I did not feel anything because I never do anything wrong. But I just stick in the rules boundaries, and I'm pretty satisfied with this trade because although it's a losing trade, but it just shows me that the importance of using a stop loss. So if any of you guys watching this is not using a stop loss, you're gonna regret it. Okay, one day. But anyways, it was just a losing trade. It was just a losing investment idea, and I just lost like $33, which is very minuscule, and it could have potentially gave me like $100 or more. So well, in terms of risk to reward, it was a very good trade, and I also waited for maximum carnage. I waited for buy side to be taken before I sold short. I was trading pre-market also because we have FOMC later in the afternoon. Yeah, so I'm pretty satisfied with how I was patiently waiting for my setup. And when there's no setup, I do not force anything. And when there is something that looked like a setup, I just took it, and instantly when price wasn't doing what it should do, I had I had a weird feeling, and I recognized it that it is my analyst talking to me that, okay, this trade is in trouble waters. So I immediately, the way I react is I reduce the risk. I waited for one more candlestick. I want to see some displacement, or else I will just reduce the risk. And it did give me the displacement, so I reduced the risk immediately, and suddenly just boom, just one big candle just shot up. So I was just so damn glad that I I'm trading the right way. I'm just so damn glad that I'm doing the right things, and yeah, just the next trade. And I'm very comfortable. And right now I'm currently rewiring my whole trading. So I've came to a thinking that if I cannot make money with the least leverage, I have no business in assuming more risk. So that's what I'm going to stick with for this year at least. And yeah, following rules, no impulsiveness, no nothing, no fear of missing out, no nothing, just trading. Very good trade overall. Yeah, it's a losing trade, but to me it's a very good trade. It was a win, and you guys can see that I even type out that I was glad that I used a stop loss. So yeah.